Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the round of 16 of the WWE World Cup Tournament. This is week 5 as this is WWE 2K26 Universe Mode. Episode 74 as we're back at WWE Live as we begin the round of 16 of the WWE World Cup Tournament. And out first representing Monday Night Raw and his country of Canada is the glorious Bobby Roode.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, Bobby Roode!
The inaugural United States Champion and former World Heavyweight Champion kicking us off tonight live at the WWE World Cup Tournament Week 5, where in the first round he was able to knock off Tyler Bate of England. Tonight he takes on America's Chad Gable here live as this one is getting started. Welcome to the show, folks. I'm Callum, otherwise known as the KO King. Welcome to KO Productions and welcome to Week 5 of the prestigious WWE World Cup Tournament, where the winner of this tournament will be crowned the best in the world and get an opportunity to challenge for their brand's top championship. Whether that be a Monday Night Raw star, they will challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship, which Bobby Roode has once held. Whether that be an NXT star, they will challenge for the NXT Championship, or whether that be a SmackDown star, they will challenge for the undisputed WWE Championship. So here we go, man. 4 more weeks left of this WWE World Cup Tournament. We're over halfway through this incredible tournament. What a great tournament it has been thus far, and what a great tournament it will still remain to be of the remainder of said tournament. But here comes the opponent of Bobby Roode tonight, America's Chad Gable, representing Thursday Night SmackDown.
And his opponent from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 202 pounds, Chad Gable!
Gable in the first round was able to knock off Germany's Ludwig Kaiser in a great main event a number of weeks back here in this WWE World Cup Tournament. Let's see how he fares against a former United States Champion and a former World Heavyweight Champion. As you can't discredit Chad Gable, he is also a former Intercontinental Champion at a 116-day reign with said championship. But this one's going to be fun to kick us off live in the WWE World Cup Tournament Week 5 as the round of 16 has officially now begun. Let's not waste any further time and get straight into the action. Here we go, man. Let's get to one. 15-minute time limit as always. Of course, if it goes to a draw, which it hasn't thus far, it will be a triple threat in the next round. Here we go. Bell has been rung. Who will be punching their ticket to the quarterfinals of the WWE World Cup Tournament? The stare down between these two superstars. SmackDown official Charles Robinson has been assigned the duties for this one. He is the referee for your opening contest tonight at the WWE World Cup Tournament. Calling a tie up here between these two stars, Gable now and Roode. Going at it as Chad Gable taking the arm of the glorious one. Nice arm wringer wrist lock by Gable. Gable now again wrenching away now at the top wrist lock onto the glorious Bobby Roode. And now it's Roode in trouble. And Roode able to get out of it. And Roode now in a side headlock onto Chad Gable. Gable in trouble right here. And now it's Bobby Roode cinching that headlock in tight here. Roode's trying to wrench away on Chad Gable and crush his dreams of being the winner of this World Cup Tournament. Gable able to whip him off, sends him over the apron. Roode over the big forearm. And now coming back into the ring. Back in a lock-up here as Charles Robinson observes here at WWE Live at the WWE World Cup Tournament. Bobby Roode now into the wrist lock onto Chad Gable this time. And now it's Roode. Got him where he wants him, and now it's Bobby Roode. Top wrist lock on Gable. Roode with a top wrist lock. Gable in trouble. Trying hard to fight out of the onslaught right here. Now he's able to do so, and Gable now into a hammerlock onto Bobby Roode. Great chain wrestling sequence on the early going of this World Cup Tournament. Round of 16 matchup. The winner will be punching their tickets to the quarter-final round. There's nice counteract time from Bobby Roode. Back into the hammerlock this time onto Chad Gable. And now it's Gable in trouble this time. Bobby Roode wrenching away on that arm. And that hammer lock, and look at Bobby Roode. Cheap shot right in the lower back that time onto Gable. And now Bobby Roode able to turn him around. Sends him out. Snap mirror and a rear chin lock now on Gable. And Gable trying to fight out, able to do so with a hammerlock now on Bobby Roode. And now Gable got the hammerlock cinched in on the Glorious One. It's Gable locking that in tight. Bobby Roode able to get out of it. Now it's Bobby Roode, fireman's carry, takedown, and Roode now got the arm. Big arm wringer onto Chad Gable now by the Glorious Bobby Roode. Roode wrenching away on him, and now it's Roode trying to do his thing, and again wrenching on that arm. He's trying to dislocate the shoulder perhaps of American mage Chad Gable of SmackDown, the former Intercontinental Champion representing America, taking on former World and US Champion representing Canada at SmackDown vs Raw here at the WWE World Cup Tournament. Big shot to the midsection by Gable. Gable now got him against the ropes here off that forearm, and now it's Gable. What's he thinking here? Back suplex right at the center of the ring. Thank you, says Chad Gable. There you see it again from Chad Gable with the crowd on their feet, clearly on the side of former SC champ Gable, but Roode caught him that time with a running knee strike. Running knee, but the Glorious One sends him into the corner like a Roode running in. Big time clothesline comes back in. Roode now after the leg of Gable. This is actually smart. Chad Gable uses his feet to do a lot of damage. Has to stand up and do a lot of damage, so keep him grounded. This is a smart strategy courtesy of the inaugural United States champion, former world champion. Oh, look at Chad Gable, that running flipping kick right upside the top of the head by Chad. Nice shot on the midsection. Now Gable pick up, and Gable nicely done. Penny predicament now. Oh, Bobby Roode, shoulders down, one count only and a kick out. Oh, for that nice manoeuvre there. A big pick up. Reverse suplexes Gable now on the outside. Roode on the outside trying to catch a breather, and Gable taking him out with a toe base suicida. And now Gable going to send Roode back into the ring here in your opening contest. Still to come tonight over Femi of Nigeria taking on Logan Paul of Puerto Rico in your main event. And many more incredible matches here in said tournament. Gable top rope, missile drop kick cover, hook in the leg. Oh sorry, leg is not hooked. Shoulders down though, but gets the shoulder up. At the counter one there was Bobby Roode. After the leg now, Roode able to counter a big shot right at the top of the head. Bobby Roode now runs in, and Roode able to clothesline Gable back down a size that time. And then Bobby Roode to pick up the back breaker, the neck breaker, this time by the Glorious One. On to Chad Gable with victories over Tyler Bate and Ludwig Kaiser respectively. These two men are showing out and showing up tonight here in the quarterfinals, or sorry, here in the round of 16 to try and punch their ticket to the quarterfinals of the WWE World Cup Tournament. Roode superplex on Gable all the way from the top, and Gable rolling out trying to catch a breather, and against the ropes now is Chad, and now it's Bobby Roode this time. Look at that, the pick up, and Roode, oh, the powerbomb, slingshot rebound, powerbomb cover, shoulders down, kick out by Chad Gable. 5 minutes have now gone by this WWE World Cup Tournament contest. Who will get the edge here in this one? Is Gable moving out the way? That big elbow from Bobby Roode, and now it's Chad Gable double under, hooking on a drop on that time. Tiger driver kick out immediately, however, by the Glorious Bobby Roode. Stomping away on the leg. That time was Gable, but Gable gets caught, a spine buster. Spine in the pain. Single leg hook by Roode to advance in the quarterfinals. Too good on Chad, and a kick out. Gable able to survive. Oh man, how the hell is Chad able to hang in this one? Now it's Bobby Roode going to send Gable in the corner. Gable with a big shot though. Now it's Chad Gable, the Irish whip, sending Roode into the corner. And Gable going to turn him round. Gable sends him up on the tippy top. Well, we saw Chad Gable do this in the closing moments of his first round matchup with Ludwig Kaiser. The German suplex off the middle rope. Roode all the way from the top, and Roode rolling to the outside again, meaning Gable going to take flight for the second time, and that's called Destiny. Wow. So pick on Halo by Chad. Roode hurting. Roode feeling the pain. A lot of agony now from the Glorious One as he gets set back in the ring by Chad Gable. Top rope again goes Chad. Bobby Roode slowly but surely getting to his feet, and Gable flying in with a clothesline off the top. Gable looking for victory, picking the Glorious One up to a vertical base. Donna Murray wants some now. Gable drops some, face first off the gut range. Cover, hooks the leg, shoulders down, will advance in the quarter-final stages. Scoring 2 now was Charles Robinson, and a kick out by Bobby Roode. Roode survives. What a fight this has been here in the opening matchup of this WWE World Cup Tournament round of 16 battle. Stomping away now on the leg. Roode again though, able to create some distance, and now it's Bobby Roode now. Shoulders down, had the schoolboy that time. Gable able to get to his feet, and now it's Chad Gable. Gable got the ankle, picking the ankle, now the ankle lock. Ankle lock on Roode, nowhere for Roode to go. Set on the ring, he really tapping and passing to the pin. John Robinson making a sleepy well, and if he does, Chad Gable advance and around the next round, the quarter-final rounds. He will advance out of the round of 16 into the round of 8 and the WWE World Cup Tournament. Gable's got that ankle lock in. The former world champion, former US champion, scrambling in the centre of the ring. He's in trouble. It's Charles Robinson calls it off. Roode able to roll through and get out of the ankle lock, but his leg gonna be in agony after that one. But Roode brushing it off, and now Roode front face lock, grabbing Gable off that shot to the midsection, and a glorious DDT. Centre of the ring now floats him over. Bobby Roode to advance and a quarter-final, scoring 2 that time, and now a kick out by Gable. Oh, wow. How on earth did he do that right there, man? Able to stay in this one. It's Chad Gable, and Bobby Roode can't believe his eyes. Now Roode gonna send Gable back into the corner. Oh, kicking away is Chad. Oh, kick out to the knee though, it's Roode. Oh, the double knees, and Gable's been busted wide open. Gable got a crimson mask now, shoulders down the cover, centre of the ring. Roode to win it here to advance, kick out by Chad Gable again. Oh, these two superstars are bringing it to the row here. In the opening matchup tonight in the WWE World Cup Tournament, big kick upside the top of the head by Chad Gable, and now it's Gable runs in. We've seen this before. Gable nicely done. Taking Roode down, and oh goodness, it's all business now. It's all serious now for Gable. The straps are down, and there's that running elbow drop by Chad. Chad top rope. Roode in the drop zone, doesn't want to be there. Diving headbutt off the top by Gable. Cover, hooks the leg, streaming down the advance in the quarterfinal. Scores 2 on Roode, and a kick out by the glorious one. The former US and World Champ surviving at least for now, but Chad Gable going to keep his foot in the gas pedal and going to keep pushing against Roode, and a big time knee, a flash knee right upside the temple of Roode. Busted him open in the process. Irish whip now from Gable, sends Roode in the corner. Big kick, no elbow. Countered by Bobby Roode. And a Roode, second time of the match with a spine and a pine. Spine buster once more. Hooks the inside leg, Roode for victory, scoring 2. And another near fall. Oh man, and Charles Robinson getting taken out by Roode with a clothesline. Come on, Bobby. This is not how you do business here at the WWE World Cup Tournament. Steel chair in hand from the glorious one, and hitting Gable in the midsection with a chair, and now again hitting him on the midsection with a grounded Chad. Referee didn't see it, now he's back to his feet. The cover, shoulders down, not like that. Scoring 2. Gable survives again. Oh, and Roode is pissed. Roode is furious. There's now Gable on the outside, on the apron. Chad though, forearm. And Gable trying to get back into this one. And Gable now hanging him out to dry throat first. And John Forrest off the top rope. Chad Gable going to get back in though. Here comes Chad. Springing back in on Roode though. To his feet. Roode runs out of the neck breaker by Bobby. And Roode to put him away. Bobby Roode to advance. And to the quarterfinals. The kick no caught by Chad Gable. And now Gable. Exploder suplex. Chad looking to win it here to get what many would consider an upset over a former world and US champion. As the former IC champion sends Roode out of the corner. Can he get it here? Bobby Roode in trouble. Oh, corner roll German as he calls in the chaos theory. Nails it. Bridge and pin. Cover, shoulders down. Scoring 2. Gable wins it. Gable's going to the quarterfinals. Oh, what an unbelievable win for Chad Gable, who moves one step closer to winning this entire tournament, as he could get an opportunity at the undisputed WWE Championship. Will still to come later on tonight. Your main event, as mentioned before, Puerto Rico's Logan Paul and Monday Night Raw battles NXT's Nigerian ruler, Obafemi. It's your main event later on tonight in the WWE World Cup Tournament round of 16. But up next, the round of 16 commences as Aleister Black takes on the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. It's Netherlands versus England. It's next in the round of 16 of the WWE World Cup Tournament. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's coming up right now. We're back live at the WWE World Cup Tournament. Here comes SmackDown star Aleister Black, another former World Heavyweight Champion. In fact, it was the man that Bobby Roode defeated to win the World Championship back at No Way Out in Perth, Australia at the latter end of last series. Aleister Black enjoyed a 118-day reign as World Heavyweight Champion with 4 great defences against the likes of Samoa Joe, LA Knight, AJ Styles and even The Undertaker until losing it to Bobby Roode at No Way Out. For Aleister Black, he hasn't been doing very well here thus far this series, but he was able to get past his first round matchup against Italy's Tony D'Angelo here in this World Cup tournament, and he's going to take on the man who scored the first victory here in this World Cup tournament on the first ever episode, that being the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne of England, who defeated Axiom in the first ever matchup. Pete Dunne defeating Axiom of Spain in the first round of this World Cup tournament and the first ever matchup of said tournament as well. Another former Intercontinental Champion as the Bruiserweight. We saw a former IC Champion in Chad Gable defeat a former World Champion in Bobby Roode earlier on. So will another former IC Champion be able to defeat another former World Champion? We'll find out right here, right now, but it's very interesting. As we mentioned before, Aleister Black losing his World Heavyweight Championship to Bobby Roode at No Way Out. Well, who did Pete Dunne lose his Intercontinental Championship to last season at 2K24 at King of the Ring in Miami, Florida on the April 27th event? That's right, Chad Gable. It's all coming round full circle, but this one's going to be fun, man. It's SmackDown's Aleister Black and Netherlands taking on Raw's Pete Dunne of England. Who's going to advance to the next stage of the World Cup tournament? 15-minute time limit is set. John Cona is your referee. He rings the bell. Matchup now officially underway. Here we go then. Black and Dunne gonna lock horns here in the centre of the ring. Here in this fun contest of the World Cup tournament. Still to come, of course, Obafemi, Logan Paul gonna do battle, and a big time matchup between two big boys in the form of Bronson Reed and Sheamus. Coming up following this contest tonight at the World Cup tournament. Black whipping him off, and Aleister Black now. Back body drop on Dunne, and he'll got the leg scissors, and an elbow away at the top of the head of the Bruiserweight. Both Dunne and Black will be competing on both episodes of Raw and SmackDown this coming week. Pete Dunne going one-on-one with Sami Zayn in a qualifying matchup for a SummerSlam Gauntlet Contendership match. That's right, Pete Dunne and Sami Zayn going to battle in a Gauntlet qualifying matchup for SummerSlam. It's going to be a 6-superstar Gauntlet. The winner will get an opportunity at either the Intercontinental Championship or the United States Championship. As 3 superstars of Raw will be competing in the tournament. Competing in the Gauntlet, as 3 superstars from SmackDown will also be competing in the Gauntlet as well. Qualifying matchup between Pete Dunne and Sami Zayn this coming week on Monday Night Raw. Let's not forget about the history between those two. Pete Dunne actually winning the Intercontinental Championship in a Gauntlet match last year at SummerSlam, last pinning Sami Zayn to do so, to become the vacant Intercontinental Champion after it was vacated by the former champion Drew McIntyre, who went on to challenge for the Universal Championship in the main event of last year's SummerSlam, where he defeated AJ Styles in the main event, and Styles got his win back from last year at SummerSlam by pinning Drew McIntyre, being the 5th man to do so last night on SmackDown to become number 1 contender for the undisputed WWE Championship. He will face Daniel Bryan this year at SummerSlam in the main event for the WWE Gold. Black and Dunne go back and forth. Aleister Black will be competing next week on SmackDown as well in a fatal 4-way United States Championship contender matchup against Carmelo Hayes, Samoa Joe, and the aforementioned Drew McIntyre. As the runner-up of the Gauntlet would be able to get an opportunity to be a part of the 4-way contendership matchup for the United States Championship, where the winner will challenge the champion Jacob Fatu of the MFTs at SummerSlam for the gold. Back to the action at hand here as both men trying to build momentum for their big time matches coming up this coming week on weekly episodic television here on KO Productions. Black Nest combination cover on Dunne, 2 count. Oh, kick out, very close call as the former IC champion able to get his shoulder off the canvas. Aleister Black going after the Bruiserweight. Dunne, no big headbutt onto Black this time. It's Pete Dunne now. Oh, look at that. Nice kick to the lower back of Aleister Black as Black rolls to the outside. The Bruiserweight now looking to fly perhaps, and he will with a tope. Suicida. Nicely done. The winner of this one will face the winner of your main event tonight in the quarter-final round. It could be Pete Dunne versus Obafemi. It could be Aleister Black versus Obafemi. It could be Pete Dunne versus Logan Paul. Or it could be Pete Dunne. It could be Aleister Black versus Logan Paul. Let's look at this Black. DDT on Dunne. Picking up the bruiserweight as John Cone observes here in this one at the WWE World Cup Tournament. Gonna sweep down the legs. Double foot stomp on a former World Heavyweight Champion. Black out the corner. Springboard. Moonsault connecting cover. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down for victory. This could do it right here. Scoring 2. Kick out by the bruiserweight once again. Black unable to get victory. Double foot stomp though by Black or Dunne. Able to get that elbow up right in the midsection. Now it's Pete Dunne. Monkey flip by the bruiserweight on Black. Nice monkey flip on the Dutch Destroyer that time. And now it's Pete Dunne. Picks him up. What is Dunne thinking right here? And Dunne alright into the armbar off the suplex from the bruiserweight, but he ain't done just shit. We've seen this before from Pete Dunne. He loves to dissect limbs. He loves to do that. Tear your opponent down limb from limb. Just focus on a part of the body and go to work. And that's what Dunne's doing right now on the arm of Aleister Black. Gonna break that arm of the Dutch Destroyer. And they're going after the legs this time. And it's Pete Dunne. And Dunne going after every that body part he can find to take apart Aleister Black here in this World Cup Tournament round of 16 matchup. The winner going to the quarter-final round. Let's look at this. Heading on triangle by Dunne by the ropes. Causing Dunne to break the hold that time as Aleister Black getting his arm on the bottom rope that time. Not great ring awareness from Pete Dunne doing that submission right near the ropes, but a moonsault countered by Dunne. Knees up with the bruiserweight. Is now the bruiserweight picking up Black. And nailing him there. That suplex powerbomb. Nicely done by Dunne. As Aleister Black is absolutely rocked. And Black now trying to take a little breather in the corner. Pete Dunne in control, at least for the time being. And now going to try and stomp away on Black in the corner. Over Black. Nice kick that time as 5 minutes have gone by. And this matchup is, look at that big time knee strike. Bicycle knee and nowhere by Black. The cover, hook in the leg. Shoulders down, 2 count, kick out by the bruiserweight. Oh, the close call. It's Pete Dunne. Rolls over the ropes. Black off the ropes and big boot to the floor. And if this was a Royal Rumble matchup, Pete Dunne would have just been eliminated. As Aleister Black maybe looking to eliminate himself. Here comes Black looking to take flight. And we've seen this before from Black. Incredible moonsault to the floor from the corner. Incredible offense. And this incredible battle tonight. One action here at the World Cup Tournament. This would be good enough to main event this one, I tell you. That privilege tonight going to Logan Paul, who's going to main event his second episode of the World Cup Tournament as he takes on the ruler of NXT, Obafemi. Let's look on tonight with Aleister Black. Going to send Pete Dunne back into the squared circle. Black now off the apron, looking to spring back in. And he's able to do so. Springboard knee strike. Cover. Black for victory. Hook of the leg. Shoulders down on the bruiserweight. This could do it to advance in the quarterfinals alongside Chad Gable, and a kick out there by Dunne. A very powerful one at that. Very enthusiastic kick out by the bruiserweight. Dunne able to get to his feet, moving out of the way. That knee drop from Black, and it was Pete Dunne. X-Plex connecting on Black, the cover. Hook of the leg. Shoulders down. Kick out immediately by the Dutch Destroyer. Dunne not happy. And it was the bruiserweight. Look at these strikes by Dunne inside, going right upside the top of the head from Dunne. And then Pete Dunne get an Irish whip. Black sends him back into the corner here in this one. Here comes the bruiserweight. What a shot now on Aleister Black. Tippy top rope, go Dunne. And Black, oh god, precarious possession for both of these superstars. Dunne able to lay out Black. Superplex off the top. Dunne in for the cover. This one could be all done right now. Shoulders down. Scoring 2. Kick out by Black. Oh, Dunne, you see him getting frustrated, slapping the mat in frustration. You can't let it get the better of you, Pete. You got to keep your foot on the gas pedal and keep on keeping on against the former World Heavyweight Champion Aleister Black. Black winning the Money in the Bank contract at the first WrestleMania in this series, and then cashing it in on Samoa Joe to become said World Heavyweight Champion at Survivor Series last series, and ending Samoa Joe's 364-day reign as World Heavyweight Champion in the process. Let's look at this, Aleister Black looking to get back up to world title contention. Toe Bacon Hilo in the bruiserweight that time. Last time we saw Aleister Black, it was a losing battle against the #1 contender at the time to the undisputed WWE Championship, CM Punk. Punk was unsuccessful at Bad Blood and wresting the championship away from Daniel Bryan. Now Bryan's got a new challenge in the form of AJ Styles. Comes SummerSlam. His black top rope. Elbow drop the lower back that time of Dunn. But Dunn right back to his feet and Pete Dunne there with a clothesline. Oh, back and forth though. The stop moving out of the way. Oh, big spinning knee strike avoided. Pete Dunne with a big shot. Nice kick. Right in midsection. And this is how we beat Axiom. And the first runners arrive. That and they're done. And better end. Spiking Black on the top of his head. The cover. 2 count. No! Black kicks out a better end. How on earth did he do that? Pete Dunne, oh, went for the knee, off the middle rope, moving on the way, it's Black, and a Black mass out of nowhere. Oh, goodness, that'll do it. Into that cover, hook on the leg, shoulders down, Black to advance in the quarterfinals, Dunne kicks out. Oh, well, Dunne using his incredible resiliency here tonight. As Pete Dunne fires back, and this one is still ongoing. It's a Gurry avoided, Aleister Black runs in, Meteora. Oh, and Aleister Black heading up to the top rope to put this one away. Pete Dunne could be all out of it right here. There's the Meteor off the top by Black. That's got to do it. Cover, hooks the leg, shoulders down, on the bruiserweight, scoring 2, and Aleister Black, no! Still kick out from Dunne. The last time we saw Pete Dunne, there was an tag team matchup as him and Tyler Bate failed to get a victory over the Undisputed Era. Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly's, they've always lost to the Undisputed Era in tag team action, but Dunne set out powerbomb on Black with the ropes, once again costing Dunne in this contest. The arm underneath the bottom rope, that time saving Black in this matchup. The Ring of Rudeness and Veteran Instinct of Dunne not kicking in this one, but a double foot stomp off the top cover. Dunne for a victory to advance into the next round. 2 count kick out by Aleister Black as the upset not yet going to take place. Pete Dunne gets Black up to his feet again. Big smack counter by Aleister Black, and now it's Black, nice kick, and a submission here. Oh goodness, look at this dragon sleeper by the rope this time, saving Dunne. As now the Ring Awareness and Veteran Instinct not kicking in for Black as over 5 minutes has gone by. This WWE World Cup Tournament matchup continues live. We're back live at the WWE World Cup Tournament. Pete Dunne and Aleister Black continue to fight here in the corner. What is Black thinking? Going to take Pete Dunne out of the corner the hard way up to the tippy top rope. Aleister Black now with an avalanche Falcon Arrow off the top. On the bruiserweight Dunne. And out in the corner. Black looking for victory. Dunne's in trouble. Nowhere to go. Knee from down by the former World Heavyweight Champion. And here he goes. Oh man, Black picking up Dunne by his boot, and there's a Black mash. Yeah, the thunderous impact, that's got to do it. Here's the cover, hook of the leg, shoulders down, there's 2 and he got him. Aleister Black going to the quarterfinals in the WWE World Cup Tournament.
Here is your winner, Aleister Black.
Well, what a win for Aleister Black, ladies and gentlemen, as he joins Chad Gable in the World Cup Tournament quarter-final stages. He will face the winner of tonight's main event in the quarterfinals. Whether that be Logan Paul or Obafemi, it remains to be seen. But Chad Gable will face the winner of our next matchup tonight in the World Cup Tournament round of 16 come at the quarterfinals. As Gable will battle the winner of a big mini battle coming up right now between the big Aussie of NXT, former North American champion Bronson Reed, and the Celtic Warrior Sheamus. That one going down right here, right now, live in the round of 16 of the WWE World Cup Tournament. Here we go. Oh, big meaty man gonna be slapping me right here, right now in your penultimate contest live at the WWE World Cup Tournament round of 16 as here comes former NXT North American champion.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Black Forest, South Australia, weighing in at 330 pounds, Big Bronson Reed.
That's Australia versus Ireland next. In the WWE World Cup Tournament, the winner will join Chad Gable of America and Aleister Black of the Netherlands in the quarterfinal stages of the WWE World Cup Tournament. We're back live in the WWE World Cup Tournament round of 16 as here comes the Celtic Warrior of Ireland, Sheamus. Gonna deliver a banger tonight against the big Aussie, Bronson Reed. Sheamus this past week had a matchup on Monday Night Raw against Seth freaking Rollins. Came up short against the Visionary, but wants to get a win tonight in his second matchup of the week and advance to the next round of the World Cup tournament. So here we go then. It's Rita Sheamus. 15-minute time limit is upon us. And here we go. Matchup now underway by NXT official Jeremy Marcus. Both men staring a hole through each other. Two massive titans. First time ever contest between Reed and Sheamus here. Lock up between two big bulls. It's Reed and Sheamus go at it. It's Bronson Reed overpowering the Celtic Warrior. Not often do we see Sheamus overpowered like that. And now it's Sheamus and Reed going back at it. Now it's Sheamus overpowering Bronson Reed this time. Launching him to the canvas. And now Sheamus backing Reed up against the ropes. Referee Jeremy Marcus going to have to step in here to separate these two behemoths. Sheamus big right hand, lock up again. Bronson Reed big shot to the midsection. Nice knee and a clothesline by big Bronson Reed. Reed has a huge matchup coming up this coming week on NXT. He's going to be facing Trick Williams for the third time in this series. Trick with a victory over Bronson before. Bronson with a victory over Trick before. This time it's going to be the main event of next edition of NXT. It's going to be a 2 out of 3 falls count anywhere matchup with a winner will challenge Ethan Page at NXT Great American Bash the night before SummerSlam for the NXT Championship. It's Sheamus, look at that! Fireman's carry roll through driver on a Bronson Reed. And Sheamus to the outside of the ring, helping up this sold out crowd, asking everybody if they're not entertained. But there's Reed, big shot on the Celtic Warrior. Now Sheamus with a big time forearm. Sheamus went for a big shot, comes back into the ring now. Big shot on Bronson Reed in the midsection, goes right back out, trying to take Bronson off guard, and he does just that. Big slingshot shoulder tackle back into the ring, covered by Sheamus. 2 count on Reed, a kick out at 2, and you're going to imagine Trick Williams looking on closely to see how his opponent come this week on NXT will fare against the Celtic Warrior in this one. A great hand from Sheamus. Out of the corner now, it's the Celtic Warrior lighting up Sheamus this time. The Celtic Warrior lighting up Bronson Reed this time. Here live on NXT. The stop that time counted. It's Reed runs in, running STO on the Celtic Warrior. Now an elbow drop onto Sheamus. And Reed now gonna launch Sheamus by the foot. My goodness, these two big men are doing their thing tonight, battering the hell out of one another like they sure know how to do. There's not a lot of people that are as hard of a hitter than Sheamus. Bronson Reed you can say the same about as well. He is a big time hard hitting performer as Sheamus and Reed locking horns here as the Celtic Warrior dropping Reed with a European uppercut that time. Sheamus asking this crowd, are they not entertained? I certainly am, Sheamus. I'm always entertained when the Celtic Warrior is on my screen. Shame that Sheamus will never be a part of WWE TV in real life ever again then. It's the fucking stupid TKO bastards low ball my Celtic Warrior nonetheless. Sheamus gonna bring Reed back into the ring the hard way and sends him right back out on the apron. And uh-oh, Reed not wanting to be on the receiving end of this. And now 10 beats of the bone ring. Connecting from the Celtic Warriors. Sheamus sliding up that chest of the big Aussie. Here live in the WWE World Cup Tournament and Reed. Oh, goodness. Hitting the canvas hard that time as Sheamus to the outside of the ring alongside Reed. Fighting out against the big Aussie tonight. It's now Sheamus on the apron, looking to fly, take out Reed with a big knee off the apron. Beautifully executed from Shame all that time. And he's going to try and send Reed back into the inside. No, Reed able to counter it. Now Reed on the outside. Power slam on the floor. And a sickening thud hits this time as this matchup rolls on as we come to your back. Lavish Reed. Tope cross body to the outside. Taking out the Celtic Warrior this time on the floor now. Reed gonna send Sheamus and the steel steals at ringside. Oh, Sheamus right back to his feet and out the Celtic Warrior picking up Bronson Reed now. And Sheamus. Wait, no, he's on the floor. Sheamus looking for victory. Counter 3 from the official Jeremy Marcus. Well, Sheamus won this one by counter. It will count and Sheamus will advance into the quarterfinal stages of Reed. Can't answer the 10 count from the official. Reed slowly but surely getting to his feet here. Counter 5. And Sheamus on fire. Goes 6 as Reed gets back into the squared circle as Bronson Reed now back in. And now Reed taking apart the Celtic Warrior. Gonna pick up Sheamus. Oh god, look at the power here It's Bronson Reed. Oh, goodness here. Reed. Crash. Cover. 2 count. And a kick out. Off the Death Valley drive with a jagged edge. By Bronson Reed getting absolutely every last bit of it, but not getting the 3 count on the Celtic Warrior. Big ass splash from Bronson Reed as he's going right back after him. Look at that, just picking up Sheamus by the ears. When have you seen Sheamus manhandled to this extent? Unbelievable. And there's the Celtic Warrior. Got Reed up, got him against the ropes, and now hangs him out to dry. That time is Sheamus. Sheamus picks up Reed again. What is Sheamus thinking? Dodging and weaving, nice shot in the midsection on Bronson Reed, being able to turn to Reed now with a headbutt on the Celtic Warrior. Now Reed inside cradle, small package to steal one. Bronson Reed to advance and into the quarterfinals. 2 count on Sheamus and a kick out. Sheamus does not want to lose 2 matches in a row this week. That's why he wants to keep fighting against the big Aussie. Big right hand by Sheamus. And here comes Sheamus. Trying to get a second one here. Trying to get a flurry of offense. Sheamus with 2 big axe handle shots. And it's the Celtic Warrior taking out Bronson Reed that time with a big spinning power slam. Sheamus picking up Reed. Reed caught him. Big body shot on the Celtic Warrior. Now got picking up, going to drop on his head with the axe driver. That'll do it. The Celtic Warrior is down and out. Shoulders down. Scoring 2. No! Sheamus kicks out after being dropped on his damn head. Well, Sheamus in the first round of the WWE World Cup tournament was able to knock off Pakistan's Mustafa Ali of SmackDown. And Bronson Reed was able to knock off Akira Tozawa of Japan, also representing NXT alongside Reed. So let's see who will get past the other tonight and advance into the quarter-final stages to join Chad Gable and Aleister Black, who have already secured their spot in the quarter-finals. Sheamus got Reed up on the top. Look at the power of the Celtic Warrior. Wade noise up the top. Sheamus hooks the leg, shoulders down on Reed, scores 2. Not a kick out by big Bronson Reed. The big Aussie survives again, but Sheamus ain't done with him just yet. Not by a long shot. Here comes Sheamus with a broad kick. Cover. Sheamus they go one around. Oh, cover 2, 3. No! Kick out by Reed again. Oh, and the big Aussie survives. Man, oh man. And there's Sheamus now. Big time power slam. On to Reed. Now battle rope. Goes Sheamus looking to fly. Big time knee drop. Into the throat of Bronson. Stomping away at him. Reed though back to his feet. And what's the big Aussie thinking here? I'll go picking him up. Here Reed crash on a Sheamus. And Sheamus' own move. White noise on the Celtic Warrior the cover. The 2 count Reed for victory. That kick out. At 2 once again. And who's going to go into the quarterfinals? Can't wait to find out the winner of this. Will face Chad Gable and the quarterfinals of the WWE World Cup tournament. Will it be Raw Sheamus or NXT's Bronson Reed? As Sheamus, I think, was looking for the high cross there. Reed able to counter another second time hitting the Death Valley driver. Jagged edge by Bronson Reed. As the Celtic Warrior was on the receiving end of that big manoeuvre. Now top rope goes Reed. Oh God, Sheamus coming out soon. Nami. Sheamus in the drop zone. Hooking the leg. Now it's Reed. Shoulders down. Scoring 2. Reed just like that wins it. And advances into the quarterfinals of the tournament.
Here is your winner, Big Bronson Reed.
Well, what a huge win in this horse fight for Big Bronson Reed this evening. As Reed advances in the quarterfinals, and we have our first matchup set for said quarterfinals. It's going to be Chad Gable of America representing SmackDown, taking on Big Bronson Reed of Australia representing NXT. But let's take a look at that big time round of 16 matches going down next week on NXT. As the round of 16 next week is going to be coming to a close, as Russia is going to be represented by Ilya Dragunov, as he takes on Ghana's Kofi Kingston in an NXT vs SmackDown affair. Then a Raw vs SmackDown affair. Damian Priest of Puerto Rico, one half of the WWE Tag Team Champion, collides with Hawaii's JC Mateo of the MFTs. It's Judgment Day vs MFT next week in the round of 16. And the Undisputed Era versus Imperium are going to do battle, as it's Kyle O'Reilly of the UE taking on Rusev. That's going to be Canada versus Bulgaria in the round of 16 of the WWE World Cup tournament. And in next week's main event, Mexico versus Japan. El Hijo del Vikingo of NXT collides with SmackDown's former inaugural Intercontinental Champion, the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. All that and so much more next week in the WWE World Cup Tournament. But coming up next, it is now time for your main event of the evening. That's Puerto Rico's Logan Paul of Raw collides with NXT's ruler of Nigeria, Obafemi. It's next live in the round of 16 of the WWE World Cup Tournament. Who is going to advance into the quarterfinals? The winner of this will face Aleister Black in said quarterfinals. Will it be this man representing Puerto Rico, the Maverick, Logan Paul? Remains to be seen. What a main event this one is going to be, folks.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 220 pounds, Logan Paul.
Logan Paul had the main event privilege on the first episode of the WWE World Cup Tournament, and he's got the main event privilege here tonight again in the round of 16 on week 5. It was in the first round where he was able to knock off Scotland's Joe Hendry, as we're again not able to make it past the group stages. He was able to get past Joe Hendry of Scotland in the first round, as now Logan Paul looks ahead to a much tougher task against another NXT adversary in the form of the ruler, Obafemi, representing Nigeria. Paul was at a great matchup this past Saturday night at Bad Blood Premium Live event in Atlanta, Georgia, where he took on Seth freaking Rollins and took him to the limit. But at the end of the day, it was Rollins who scored the victory against the Maverick, as Logan wanted to make sure that he was the next generation. He was the future of the business, and Rollins was the past. Where Rollins was able to prove Logan wrong, stomping his head on the canvas, getting the victory at Bad Blood. Let's see if Logan can get a win back from this past week at Bad Blood. We saw Sheamus lose both of his matches this past week. Will it be the same for Logan Paul? It remains to be seen. It seems very likely, as here comes his opponent, the ruler, the destroyer, the bringer of war, the mountain you cannot climb and you will not conquer, representing NXT in Nigeria and this tournament. It's Obafemi. Last of the crowd chant his name. Obafemi, one of the biggest fan favourites that the WWE has seen, not just in NXT, but the entire WWE roster as a whole. Obafemi in the first round, able to knock off Mexico's Dragon Lee in a great matchup. A fellow NXT superstar, now he collides with a Monday Night Raw star and former NXT superstar Logan Paul, a man that Obafemi has had run-ins with in the past last series and their time down in NXT. Tonight, though, it's the first ever singles matchup against these two superstars. Pitting these superstars against one another, Logan Paul, Obafemi one-on-one, the final round of 16 matchup of week 5 in the WWE World Cup Tournament. You got to imagine Aleister Black looking on closely to see who he will face in the quarter-final stages. Will it be Logan or will it be the ruler, Obafemi? We find out right now. Here we go then, folks. This one going to be underway in your main event. 15-minute time limit as always. As the referee Rod Zapata has a sign of release from this when he rings the bell, but Logan Paul jumped him before the bell, and that's a smart strategy. You're going to get a big jump on Obafemi, but that's not smart. Twine right in the face of Oba, and Oba just rocked him. Maybe almost decapitating the Maverick that time. My goodness. The lock up of these two superstars here. Paul and Femi going at it. And we're covering it, we'll tie up here live on NXT this evening. Sorry, not on NXT, the WWE World Cup Tournament, excuse me. There's Obafemi backing up Paul against the ropes. Logan able to fight back now, and now it's Paul and Femi going at it. Look at this here. Logan Paul, Obafemi. Back in a lock up, it's Femi now launching out of the canvas. What else was Logan Paul expecting? My goodness. Logan Paul grabs the headlock though on the ruler, Obafemi. Headlock on the ruler this time, and Oba gets into a waistlock this time as Raw official Rod Zapata looks on. And your main event of the evening on week 5 of the WWE World Cup Tournament, the round of 16 as opponents. It will be over next week. And the final 4 matches of the round of 16, then we get to the round of 8, being the quarterfinals on week 7, and then week 8, the final week of this tournament, will be the semi-finals and finals, where we crown the best in the world. With the winner of this entire tournament will get an opportunity at their brand's top championship, whether that be Raw's World Title, NXT's NXT Championship, or SmackDown's undisputed WWE title. Currently held by Gunther of Raw, Ethan Page of NXT, and Daniel Bryan of SmackDown. Over Ferry got him. Rounded headlock off the headlock takeover this time on Paul. Paul able to escape that time, and now it's Logan Paul. Got the legs wrapped around the throat of the ruler Oba Femi. Logan Paul now wrenching away on Oba, trying to keep him trapped there. In that predicament is Oba Femi in trouble here. Oba trying hard to fight out of this pressure right here. Is Oba Femi able to do so, able to keep up out of it. And Femi now with a clothesline, taking out the Maverick. And now Logan Paul gets caught big stomp right there in the midsection by the ruler Oba Femi now. But the best move in all of professional wrestling, trying to slow down the pace of this matchup. But we know Logan Paul, he can like to fly sometimes. Great high flying star as Logan Paul can be. So Oba Femi slowing down the pace of this matchup. What better way to do it than the best move in all of pro wrestling, the neck crank. And now Femi, big time splasher in the corner and a body slam by the ruler. Femi is clearly one of the favourites to win this entire tournament here. As a big elbow drop connects to the chest of Paul. Cover, hooks the leg, shoulders down, only one. Kick out there, says Rod Zapata. Big shot, no, moving out of the way of the storm, but now a clothesline by Paul. And now it's Oba Femi hitting on. Now what's Paul thinking? Off the rope, looking for the big splash here. Is Logan able to connect? Logan might not be 100% no. Coming off of his contest with Seth freaking Rollins at Bad Blood in Atlanta this past weekend. But now it's Oba Femi in the corner. Logan Paul's in control over the ruler here. He's looking good for the moment. Oba gets out of the corner, running net breaker by the Maverick. Logan now, middle rope, Femi in the drop zone. Oh, went for a splash off the middle rope, Femi. Able to move out of harm's way that time. And look at the strength of the ruler, the deadlift. Pick up, oh goodness, right in. To a DDT type maneuver. Cover, 2 count, kick out by Paul. Just had the win right there. You and your main event of the WWE World Cup Tournament round of 16 tonight on week 5. Logan Paul goes behind on Oba Femi and a release German suplex for the Maverick. Logan, not only did he hold his own against Seth freaking Rollins this past Saturday night at Bad Blood in Atlanta, but he's holding his own against Oba Femi tonight in the main event of this World Cup Tournament round of 16 matchup. He got past Joe Hendry in the first round. Can he get past Oba Femi in the second? Be a tough task, I'll tell you that, but Logan runs in a big time drop kick onto Oba Femi. Both men are hurting hard here. Both men around crucial part of the matchup here in your main event in this World Cup Tournament round of 16 battle. Femi to his feet. Lock up from Logan Paul. Look at the power of the Maverick here, and a fireman's carry roll through by Logan Paul. And Paul now running in the moonsault, running in springboard moonsault from middle rope, covered and kicked out immediately by Oba Femi. Femi able to dodge the attack from Paul, and then Paul gets picked up. Femi get a large jump down on the canvas. Femi cover, hooks the leg, shooting down to advance the tournament. Penny predicament, there's 2. A kick out by Logan Paul. Oh man, will Paul surviving? As ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes have now elapsed in this World Cup Tournament. Round the 16 matchup in your main event. Oba Femi now looking for an exploder suplex. Paul able to counter it, and Paul in a big boot right in the face of the ruler. Logan Paul now runs in, and another springboard moonsault on Oba Femi, and Femi rolling out to the ropes this time against the ropes. Paul now going to clothesline him to the outside of the ring, and if this was a Royal Rumble matchup, Femi would have just been eliminated by Logan, who clotheslined him the floor, and Logan would have eliminated himself if this was a Rumble, because on the top, right over the top rope, taking down the ruler, throwing caution to the wind tonight, and trying to get a major upset against Oba Femi in advance into the quarterfinals of the World Cup Tournament to see if he can face Aleister Black in the next round. And there's Paul, Buck, Shaw, Lariat, turning Femi inside out off that clothesline cover. 2 count kick out by Femi. Oh well, Femi survives for now, man. It's Logan Paul. What's he thinking here? Middle rope goes the Maverick. Logan Paul, incredible offense here. That's spinning. Catalytic DDT. Off the springboard moonsault out the corner. Cover. 2 count on Femi and another near fall. Logan Paul is very impressive tonight. It's Paul. Springboard moonsault avoided. By over Femi, and now it's Femi. Oh god, the pickup gorilla press. Got busted by the ruler. On to the Maverick. And they're picking him up here in this main event. Irish whip sends Logan into the corner. Logan gets hit with a European uppercut from the ruler over Femi. There's now the ruler of Nigeria stomping away on the Maverick Logan Paul. Over Femi now. Slowing down this one and just wearing down Logan Paul on the canvas. Nice elbow drop to the lower back of Paul. Paul now getting picked up to his feet by over Femi. Femi though gets caught with a jawbreaker from Logan Paul. And now it's Logan going to pick him up, and Paul now with a suplex. Oh, Paul ain't done just yet. Look at the strength of Logan, able to power up the 275 pounder. And once again here, Logan Paul. Three amigos from Logan onto Femi. Heading up high now, top rope, taking a major ups in advance to the next stage of the tournament. Femi to his feet though. Oh, big 10 axe handle by Paul. And then Paul back to the top. We're going to put away Femi and fall from Grace connects. Oh, sorry, Paul from Grace. Cover. 2. And a kick out. Well, it's Paul from Grace versus Fall from Grace in this one. That big splash from Logan versus the big powerbomb from Femi. Well, Femi kicked out of a splash from Paul. And Paul going to keep on keeping on tonight and keep his foot on the gas pedal. Big smack counter Logan Paul. Big time forearm. On to over Femi and a big boot. Down goes the ruler again. What is Logan thinking here? Logan trying to go after the official words of Para. And he clotheslines the referee now. Oh, come on. Logan Paul looking for victory. Big kick to the midsection by over Femi. And Femi to pick it on. And there's the fall from Grace by over the cover. Hook the leg. Shoulders down. Referee wants a pat back at his feet. Hook in the leg. This can do it. Scoring 2 off the slow count. And a kick out by Paul. And the slow count's going to allow Logan to survive in this one. As the referee was taken out momentarily by the Maverick. And over going to send him into the corner. Big shot, no elbow that time from Logan Paul. Paul now turns him round. Paul, oh God, one lucky punch. The titanium loaded right hand. The cover. The 2 count, another slow count, another kick out by Obafemi. And again, the slow count. This time may have aided Obafemi and being able to get that shoulder off the canvas with a big knee by Paul on over. And then Logan Paul going to expose the turnbuckle pad. We've seen Logan Paul do this in many of his contests thus far in this series, as he always tries to win by hook or by crook. Always tries to cheat his way to victory. Lots of Para going to tend to the turnbuckle pad in the corner. Now it's Obafemi and Logan Paul fighting out in the opposite corner. As now it's Logan Paul and Obafemi going at it. And then Logan, shoulders down, jackknife cover on over. The official still tending to the turnbuckle pad, now getting over there into the pin. Shoulders down on Femi, scores 2, Logan for the upset and a kick. Out. Again, Paul. Springboard. No, knees up by Obafemi off the springboard moonsault. Now Femi runs in, picking up Paul to put him away. That'll do it. Big ending by Femi. Cover. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. Scores 2 to advance into the quarterfinals. Kick out by Paul of 10 minutes have gone by. 10 minutes have now elapsed in this WWE World Cup tournament. Round of 16 main event tonight on week 5 of this prestigious tournament. Over Femi sends Paul out of the corner. The hell's the ruler thinking here? Oh God, the Maverick doesn't want to be there. Middle rope from over Femi. Went for a side slam there. Logan though able to counter. There's Logan Paul. Nice. It's what Paul thinking here. Springboards back in. Went for a stomp. Femi to his feet. Femi went for a slap out of bounds though. Femi and Paul can't connect with each other. Paul body shot, big kick. Paul now DDT. Both men down. Once again, what an incredible main event here tonight. Oh man, Paul and Femi both are hurting. And now what's Logan Paul thinking here? In the corner. Trying to put away Oba again. Taking apart the turnbuckle pad. And this time out of that corner now. And now Big shot, big forearm onto the ruler over Femi. Big time jabs. Referee turns into the turnbuckle pad. Not like that's not the brass knuckles by Paul. Brass knuckles on the tights of the Maverick. Not like this. The official turns into the pad. And it's Logan Paul. Picks him up. Pulverizer on the ruler. No. Not like this. Cover hooks the leg. Shoulders down. Scores 2. Femi kicks out. Femi survives. Oh, wow. Well, over Femi still in this one, but how long for? Top rope goes Paul. Swan Tom bomb. Oh, goodness. A big kick upside the top of the head by the ruler over Femi. And it was Femi with a clothesline on a Logan. Against the ropes goes Paul now over Femi. Might have had enough as the wear and tear of both men's bodies is showing. Both men are hurting badly here. Oh, goodness. As we have reached the champion rounds of this matchup, even though it's not a title contest. But Femi fall from Great to the Maverick. Paul now's done. Cover from Femi to go to the quarterfinals. Scores 2. He got it. It's going to be Femi and Black in the quarterfinals of the World Cup Tournament.
Here is your winner.
Well, congratulations going out to the ruler over Femi. What a hell of a matchup that was. What a hell of a win for the ruler. And what a hell of a show it's been on week 5 of the WWE World Cup Tournament. That's all we have time for here tonight live in the World Cup Tournament. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you next week starting off with Monday Night Raw.